Hey everybody, it's Jackie from iCats. I've got Sylvie here. She is a little Himalayan cat that we usually do. You come out, come play. Come on, come play. Come on. Come on, hi, come here. Come on, good girl. She hates her kennel until we're trying to get her out of it. Come on. Hey Karen, how's it going? Okay, there we go. Hi. No. There we go. There we go. There's my girl. All done. Okay, you go over there. So she has pooped in her kennel. So she pooped on the way here. I'll just go get a bag and we'll clean it up. Stay, sweetheart. Good morning. So when they do poop, it's usually a sign of stress. This is really hard though, so I don't think this was this time around. This is like old poop. Yeah, you tell your owner to clean your kennel. So we're gonna do her in a mini lion again. And as you can see, the nice thing with Himis, hi, is you can see the separation, the natural separation. Hi, Carrie. And this is where we like to take it up for the mini lion. That way it's easy to mark, it's easy to landmark, it's easy to go to, and it's really easy to see. And it's a natural mane on them. So this is where we like to do it. Hi, Donna. I'm trying to squint and see. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use on a 15. And what we do to set the mane is when I'm going with the lay of the fur, I lift this part up. So I have this part underneath, and here you can, when you lift it up, you can see dark and light. We want to take that dark part off. So I hold that out of the way. I just go and I kind of scoop this out. When I do that, what happens is it leaves this as a fringe. It leaves a fringe there, and it's a natural fringe so that we don't have to worry, we don't have to scissor. A lot of times the more we scissor, the worse it gets, right? So this leaves a natural fringe. What it also does is when we lift this up, we've actually got quite a bit of this gone. So it eliminates that puffiness and eliminates that chunk underneath. And a lot of times you're scissoring, trying to even it up, and you scissor, and all you really have to do is just undercut it or lift it up and scoop it out. So here we have a ridge, and I kind of did that a little bit on purpose. So when we're dealing with little ripples or little ridges here, little rails, what we want to do to take that off is we put the clippers onto the skin, but not flush. And you don't want to dig in. If you dig in like this, you leave chop marks and you leave little cut marks. They're really, really hard to even out and make smooth. So you start your clippers up, just laying gently, okay, even a little bit lifted beyond where that ridge is. And you go, and as you come to it, you slowly push the clipper blade down into it, and then you just go over it gently, and that evens out that rail. Just like that. To try and prevent rails, what we want to do is we want to overlap our strokes. So we have a stroke here. I'm going to overlap it. So I've got the blade half on the uncut part and half on the cut part. And again, I'm going, letting the blade up gently and gently putting the blade down to catch it. And it's moving with the skin. You can tighten the skin if you want in this case. It's fine either way. And there you have a nice smooth finish. You always want to stretch the skin away from the direction that you're shaving. So if you're shaving in reverse, so if I'm starting back here, I'm going this way, I'm going to stretch the skin away, like against where the blade is. So I'm going to stretch it this way and go here. Let me just show you here. So I'm going to stretch it from the back, and I'm going to go forward. So now you can see here by shaving reverse and shaving with the grain, it's the same length. How did I do that? Oh my God, it's so amazing. So going with the grain on this cat, I did a 15 length. And then when I go reverse, I want to go 2 blades higher than the actual length I want to do. So in this case, I got this blade down to a 9. And I can go reverse on a 9. Stretch the skin this way. I know, I'm sorry, sweetheart. I know. You're such a good girl. Okay. Or if I'm going to go with a 15, I'm going to stretch it this way because I'm going towards the back, and it will give me basically the same length as a 9. So this is really helpful that we know this, because then we can use this in order to smooth out any imperfections in our technique, or any chunks or divots that we wind up putting into the cat. Here we've got bumps in here because she's got, well, a little bit of fat and a little bit of muscle. I see a lot of people, what they do is you're going through, I'll turn this off. You're going through, you're doing these really short little strokes, and you're getting really a lot of chop marks there. If you can do long strokes, right as long as you can from front to back, and that will help take away those chop marks that you're putting in on the cats. And go straight back, even over the ribs. A lot of times with dogs will go with the ribs, but if you can stretch it out, I'm stretching with my hand here, I'm going straight back over the ribs. Straight back, and that gives me a beautiful smooth finish no matter which direction I'm shaving. Good girl. Gonna roll her over. Now this is where we start doing the different directions here. Again, we've got all this, we've got our nipples here, we've got a beautiful line in between, but we're gonna go sideways, and you're just gonna go gently. And the weight of the blade will actually push all the nipples down and not necessarily prevent, but lessen the chance of you actually nicking nipples, because it happens. I still nick nipples, guys, so I wouldn't, don't beat yourself up over it. They heal pretty quick. When I've got her here, I can use my elbow, my arm, and I just stretch the whole thing up, and I just keep going. One long, beautiful stroke as much as I can. I'm going to go sideways. I'm going to bring up here. Here's our elbow here, and we want to go past. I usually start with one blade past it to start sorting out the leg there. And this is nice because we can do a lot of the prep leg work while they're laying down, if they're comfortable. She's a very shy cat, so she prefers just to lay there and let me maneuver and manipulate her body rather than struggle and fight me, which is really nice. I know, sweetheart. Until now. So here I'm going to keep her on her side. Stop. You're okay. Lift this up. I'm going to go underneath here. Get all this out. Hello, nipple. I know, honey. I'm taking too long, aren't I? Speed is the key with this, and what I'm going to do, if I remember, I'll try to remember, I'll show you guys a really good way to take side photographs of cats, because they're so difficult to do. Again, here I'm using my little finger to stretch out everything up. I'm going to go right around as much as I can and get this back area here. She's fairly plump, so I can go flush against that back area where it tents usually. Oh, I know, honey. Okay, ready? I know, right? It's hard to be a star. So now the back, I want to show you guys a few things. She doesn't have, she's of a spindly back because she's pudgy. But one thing that we can do to get a really nice smooth cut away from the back or on the back is if you go like an X, go this way, and then go this way, go this way, go this way. And that will give you a nice balanced cut going across the backbone. See, isn't that nice? I know. Okay, enough talking. Let's get you down before you start to blow up. Again, I'm doing the long, nice strokes. I'm going to go over this ridge part here. Here's that elbow. I'm going to go around that elbow while keeping her leg tucked in. I'm just going to pull this skin this way. Scared cats or shy cats like to tuck. They like to make themselves as small as possible, and they like to try and pancake themselves into the table. Not on the table, become part of the table. And you can see by her whole body and her expression, her tail is tucked. She is a shy cat. I'm going to go under here. Again, I'm going to go around this way around the leg. So we get a beautiful, nice little line. Long, slow strokes when shaving pussies. Always remember that. You're a good girl. We always seem to have one side that's harder to do than the other because we're either left or right-handed. I'm lucky. I'm kind of I'm ambidextrous. You're okay. I know. We like to let them, if we can, keep that tail tucked. They're telling us with that tail that they're uncomfortable, they're shy, they're scared. And if we pull that tail out and force them into an uncompromising position or language, then a lot of times it can get worse. So the more we can let them keep their body language and their tails tucked, the better it is for them. So here I've got some railing here. Again, here, turn sideways, honey. I'm just going to scoop it out. I'm lightly going over it. Again, I start above where the rail is and then go over it. I know, right? Yeah, okay. I know. So here, I want to show you what I was talking about earlier. If we can see it. Stop, honey. So when you look at the mane, it looks like it's okay. And then, but we've got this chunky part under here, and as soon as that cat shakes its head, it's going to come up. So then we can flip it again to a 9. My sweetheart. Good girl. You're doing so good. Yes, you are. You're so good. And we can do undercutting. So you can take this, stretch it up, and just undercut under the mane. Can you just stretch your head up so they can see? Let's do it on the side. There's my girl. Okay, so we've got the hair, and we're going stretch it again away from the where you're shaving. I know. Stop, honey. Usually I'm faster with her, so she's a bit anxious right now. And I just go right underneath. And that, again, it puts a really nice shelf in here, so this is thin, and we don't have that bulk underneath that will ruin the mane. Follow that natural mane right around to the shoulder. It usually comes up above the point of shoulder. We're going to bring this leg. Usually, depending on the length of their leg here, you're going to go probably either a blade and a half or 2 blades up down the leg to form that pant leg or that muckluck. Okay, so here, and if you go around, again, we're going around, you get a really nice even setting of the leg. I know, honey, I suck as a human being. I'm so sorry. And then we can stretch it out and just shave up to that line or shave away from that line. Please don't bite me. Carry that around. Now usually in this crook you wind up going down at about half a blade to match up to here. I know. And just match up with that line that you've set earlier going around. And we have a beautiful little leg, just like that. I know. Again here, I'm going to go around, right around the shoulder. Hi Jill, I'm trying to catch your names. Jill, Melissa, Lindsay, Dana, hey, hi everybody. And again, we're going to go around here. You lift this leg up, she's lying down, there's the crook, and about half a blade down, you watch here. It's okay. Pin this out so I can see what I'm doing. And then again, we're just going to go around, set that line, shave up to that line. Easy, baby. Good girl. I know you're almost done. Yes, you are. I know. You're okay. All right. There we go. Good girl. You're so good. And there we have nice tight little legs, just like that. Here we're going to come up. I like to go reverse on here. Get down into here. Clean that up a bit. One reason why I like to go reverse is with all these bones. Okay, we've got the shoulder bone, the chest bone, a whole bunch of bones in there. So we're going to go on a 9. We're going to pick it up. Again, this is undercutting. So with undercutting, we're able to go a little bit shorter and leave the illusion of a long mane. So how high do I go up? I've got the point of shoulder. So I usually go about 2 fingers up from point to shoulder, and that gives us a really nice little mini lion mane. I know, right? You think you have everything out, and then it disappears. Where'd it go? Oh. You're okay. I know. Pulling all these little mats out. Make sure it's even. We see. Now, if you want to scissor it from here, there's no problem scissoring it from here. All this icky hair out of here. And you're such a good girl. Yes, you are. Good cat. Very good girl. So what you can do is you can scissor. You can use straight scissors if you want. And you can scissor around it. What I like to do is hold these kind of like at a bit of an angle, not straight up, so you don't get such a severe line. So you hold an angle. And you can just scissor it around. Now, because we've undercut it, right, we don't have this really big bulk under here. It's literally just a fringe that we're scissoring, and therefore we get a much nicer, even finish, right? There, clean your eyes up. Now we're going to go finish her back end here. Oh, there's my wee little cat comb. And then we'll go over right once more. I like to leave the back end for last because no one likes it back here. I wouldn't either. I mean, if I had somebody shaving me down there, unless I was paying someone to do it, I wouldn't want to do it either. So you can see I've got my hand under here, my arm, she's under my arm here, so I can hold her. A lot of times if I do have a client here, I will just get them to hold the tail. Always shave up away from the anus. You're okay. I know, you're kind of a drama queen. Yes, you are. You're fine. Yes. Oh my God, life is just... Over we go. There we go. There we go. Good girl. Stop. You're okay. I know. Stop. You're okay. Mm-hmm. She has a really icky bum. She's always been like this back here. You're okay. You're okay. You're okay. All done. You're all done. You're all done. You're stuck on the mat, but you're all done. Okay, okay. So they have calming spots right here. A lot of times I'll get the owners, if they got a cat that's kind of going a little bit nuts, I'll just get them to pet them here. Right between the ears, there's a governing point, or a point for a governing vessel for on acupuncture and acupressure right here. There's another one right here. Both promote calmness. I don't know exactly where they are, but it doesn't matter. You don't need to know exactly where they are. You just have to know where they are approximately. Hey, Jennifer. Hi, Katrina. Hi, Melissa. And so if you just stroke them, it will calm them down. And again, this is another thing you can get either an assistant or your owners to do, or like her, she's starting to get antsy, so we just do it this way. And this is why I don't like to do, I do the butt end last, because most of them really don't like it back there. And so with dogs, you can kind of start with the bad stuff and end on a positive note. With cats, it's the other way around, okay? You start with the great stuff and end on the really horrible stuff. Otherwise, what happens is they just get mad right away, and you'll have trouble through the whole groom because they'll be pissed the whole time. So I would prefer not to make them upset at the start. At the end, have at it. They can be upset, go home, and get over it on their own. Hey, sweetheart. You're okay. I don't know. A little bit of flickies there. Cut your nails. I don't know if I'll be able to cut her nails right now, but I'm going to do it anyway. You're okay. You're okay. Good girl. Oh, I know. Good girl. Somebody was asking earlier today about a happy hoodie, so let's put one on her while we've got her. So there's a couple ways to put it on. You can just put it on their head. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll put it on here, and then I'll hold them, and I'll just roll it on like that. And that way I'm not trying to aim. Good girl. Calms her down a little bit. You're okay. Good girl. I know, right? Well, I'm going to do those. I'm going to shave the bottom of her feet. They're pretty furry. This will help. It's kind of a catch-22, shaving the bottom, right? I don't shave the bottom of my cat's feet, my Persian, because what he does is he runs and he slides across the floor and flies off of the steps into the basement. So pretty sure he was a flying squirrel in one of his past lives. We'll just go with that. I'm not going to do her back feet because she's already testy back here. I'll comb this out on her back feet, her back legs. You can just pluck this off to even this out. There we go. Good girl. You're a good girl. Well, yeah, you are. You are. Take our handy dandy sticky rollers. This gets a lot of the excess dandruff off. We've got a lot of animals right now in Canada here that are very dry skinned and lots of dandruff. It's really common at this time of year when they're all shedding to have that, so I'm never worried about it, and that just helps. So there we have it. Oh, right. Oh, you're fine. So when we're taking pictures of cats, we're going to leave the happy hoodie on her. One of the best that I have found anyway is I'll take my iPhone, and you have a timer, and you can set it for either 3 seconds or 10 seconds. So I set it all up. And I set it for usually 10 seconds. You take this leg and this leg and hold it and stand the cat up and wait for the picture. Okay? And that's a really good way to get a picture. And then you can manipulate the cat into whatever position you want. Okay, and that's a great way to get a side shot of cats that I have found. And then that way your hands are kind of hidden back here too, so people can't really see that you're holding the cat in a position it doesn't want to be in. Or, you know, I know. So to get a cat sitting, hi baby. Hi, well hello there. Hello, how are ya? You're fine. So when they're sitting, you can take, anything. You can take catnip. You can take anything. You can smell it. I like to use really fishy stuff, so sardines or tuna or salmon. You do this, she's sniffing, then you can go like this. And a lot of times they'll raise their head and they'll keep following it. If you have it on a stick or a spoon, right? And then you can just put it right out of the camera shot and let it take the picture, and that will often lift their head so they can actually look at what they're going for. So here's her back, nice and even, because we use that natural mane separation. You see her legs are beautiful. Her butt's all done, surprisingly enough, with all that hissy fitting. Nails are done. We're good to go. So thanks for joining me with Sylvie. Hello. Isn't she beautiful? She's such a nice little cat, except for her butt. She's always been like that. Not sure why. Who knows? Some are. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Ingrid. So thanks for joining me this beautiful Saturday morning. This is the only cat that I have today. It's actually the only cat I had all week, so I wasn't on earlier. Yeah, I'm going to go have a shower. My sister's coming. We're going to go on some floaty chairs and tie up with the ropes on the lake that I live by. And we're going to fish for people. Because what we do is we put a little plastic bag with money in it and tie up to a fish rod. We cast it out. And so then when people are trying to come and get the money, we just reel them in. We almost caught a cop on the cop boat a couple of years ago. So that was exciting. So that's what I'm going to do in this beautiful day in Sylvan Lake. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Sylvie's all done now, so she can go home and, hi, do good. I'll check her ears. Your ears are usually pretty good. Yeah, her ears are nice and clean, so we don't have to do that. And yeah, there we go. Talk to you later, guys. Have a great weekend. And hopefully we'll talk to you next week if I get some cats in. And don't forget about the contest coming up in October. Say bye. Goodbye. I love everybody.